Hello everybody, my name is Ineisha and I am here uploading my first pick a card reading for the channel that I created, Ignited Intuition. This is going to be for the month of March in the year of 2020, and these pick a cards are going to be about what your soul journey will be like for the month of March 2020. Now this reading is for March, but of course with soul growth there will be the chance for this reading to push forward into the future as you create and mold your future by what you perceive and what you hear and experience. So in hopes that these messages serve you well, that the pile that you choose brings out the message for your higher good. And yeah, let's see. So piles 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, going from left to right. Alright, so choose a pile and let's get started. Okay, so for those of you who have chosen pile 1, the first card out for you is number 14. It says communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced energies. So number 14 is communication you have so far. With communication, it speaks volumes, right? Communication is all about speaking up for yourself, speaking up for what you believe in, speaking up for the things that you are perceiving. You communicate everything outwardly. You communicate your inner emotions outwardly. You communicate what you see in your environment, and you speak about it. You speak up about it. So this month of March, your soul is focused on communication, how you are speaking, and how you are pushing your energy outwards in a form of interaction with others. So it's not only what you're saying, but it's how you're saying it. It's not only how you're saying it, but it's also the things that you aren't saying. So it's the body language. It's all forms of communication, telepathic communication, verbal communication, the body language. So definitely focus this month on communicating, either if it's your needs or you have been meaning to say something and you haven't been able to say it, or you've been wanting to say something and you haven't been able to say it. Whatever. You want to collaborate with people, you want to do this, you want to do that. It starts with, linking with another in the forms of, communicating with another person. The second card out that you guys have on your soul journey for March 2020 is overcoming obstacles. It says you can overcome anything. So your soul is not one that crumbles and folds when the tough gets going. You see the sword here in the stone. You wouldn't give up. You would continuously try to pull that sword out by pure force or some kind of intellect. You would strategize a plan to keep going because you have that kind of strength. Your soul has that kind of So in conjunction, like going together here with the communication, it's knowing that no matter what you've been through, there's always a chance for you to step up for yourself. There's always going to be a chance for you to, speak up for yourself. Know that what you're going through is always temporary because you will find a way out of it. That is for certain. And if you don't feel that way, if you don't feel like there's a way out, know that that's just your mind trying to trick you, because your soul knows there's a way out. Your soul has created for you a way out. of every situation, because you will know what to do, okay? As long as you know what? You could be communicating too here with your higher self a lot, especially on this soul journey. So maybe it's time to start speaking with your higher self, or the universe, or your spirit guides or ancestors, whatever you hold dear in your heart, as far as how you connect to a source beyond your comprehension. Connect to that definitely this month, okay? Because they in turn will help you, send you that guidance that helps you overcome the obstacles that you're going through, okay? Nice. So the next card, I mean, awesome. It's the guide, number 18, and it says a guide, mentor, and a trustworthy ally. So it's not about going at it alone, right? It's not about going um, along your path and your soul journey alone. There's no need for you to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, because you do have help. You do have you are allowed to be connected to another source that not gives you power, but that lets you recognize your power, that lets you manifest your power. Everyone needs a helping hand, and you are not alone in that journey. You have that helping hand here on your soul journey. You will have the assistance that you need. You just need to start trying to communicate with this assistance. You need to start opening yourself up to taking on more. You know, even even if something seems minute or grand, the fact that you can transform it into something different, or get over it, or get over the hump, you know, win in a way. It's definitely, where was I going with that? I'm sorry, where was I going with that? Yeah, the obstacles. It's time for you to actually recognize them, is what I'm trying to say. Like, get over them, you know, do what you have to do to diminish the obstacle. And do not be afraid to ask for help, for sure, because there are guides, there are, spirit allies that want to come forward and help you, here. The next cards we have, Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Gorgeous. Okay? Two of Wands and Nine of Cups. I feel like ultimately the month is bringing you towards a place of self-reliance, a place of, stepping into and maybe owning your life, owning everything that you've been through, because there's like a plan formulating. There is something rumbling deep inside of you that is ready to be brought forth, right? I'm seeing the image right now of Ariel in The Little Mermaid, and she's like getting her voice back, right? Okay, that's terrible. I don't want to frighten people here, but that sound that she makes, she's gathering her voice again. I see that like a plan formulating, like you're ready to burst forward. You're ready to scream at the top of your lungs. You're ready to tell the world, I can do this, because what you're trying to manifest for yourself on this soul journey that's gonna go from March 2020 into the rest of your life, is that of self-reliance, of having everything that you believe you deserve, and knowing that in that belief of having what you deserve and what you need, that's where you'll actually get it, because you'll believe in yourself enough that what you're doing and saying and putting out there in the world is actually manifesting somehow. The energy is creating something for you, and then in turn it's coming back to you multiplied, right? It's giving you that sense of satisfaction and that sense of yes, yes, I am doing this. You know what I'm saying? So the last three cards that I pulled from the tarot was advice from spirit, the universe, your guides, whoever you want to get this guidance from, and it's literally all major arcana cards, and we have Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Fool. So I'm going to place those down. So advice from spirit is definitely something major. They want you to know that you are not to take lightly anything, any kind of revelations, any kind of wisdom that is coming your way, because it's bringing you towards something more that you want to achieve for yourself that you may not even necessarily have the name for, or what it is, but it's like it's coming. It's like long time awaited, because to get knowledge and to get wisdom, especially on a soul level, I feel like at times it's a rapid change, but more so it's an undercurrent of what's the rapid change is just on top of the undercurrent of what's going on. And the undercurrent sometimes takes a while, right? We know that soul growth and recognizing pieces of the self and going along this journey do take time, and in this like earthly plane. So spirit wants you to know that what you are dreaming of, what is long awaited, what you've been dying to put out there. I'm sorry to use dying, but what you have been like so like, oh my God, I want to just burst forward. All that, just it's time to do it. You've gathered enough knowledge this far on your journey that you are capable of creating new things. You are capable of stepping into a new role that allows you to see possibilities without ends, right? You're overcoming the obstacles. You know what I mean? There's no more obstacles in your path as long as you're communicating what your needs and what you want to the world, and you're connecting with your spirit family, the universe, your guides, everything, the ancestors, whatever the term that you hold dear to your heart, because it's a movement forward, okay? You are continuously journeying forward, and your time is coming. It's always going to be coming, but in this case, there's a definite like burst here. I'm feeling like a new revelation for you in this pile, okay? So I hope that the messages served you well, pile 1. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to get to pile 2 next, all right? Take care. Okay, hello, pile 2. So your first card up is number 37. It says realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So for you, pile 2, you're already starting the month of March 2020 on your soul journey with a revelation, right? Something is being brought to the center of your mind, where you're like, oh wow, hold on a second. Am I seeing this? Yes, you are seeing this. Whatever is being sparked as an interest right now for you is something to take note of, okay? Whatever you are experiencing that you're thinking about, and this epiphany that's coming, let's say, from within, and then on the outside, the external world is vibrating that realization to you, and it's showing you, proof of concept, right? allow yourself to really take focus into that area that is being illuminated to you. So the month is about the soul journey for you is definitely of synchronicities, of affirmations, confirmations of what you are thinking in each and every moment, like what you are realizing, what is being revealed to you in every moment. Okay. The next one, okay, makes sense. It's fogged in. It says go slow and take your time. Definitely makes sense because as you're growing and you're realizing, right, you're being in tune with the present by focusing on the synchronicities and meanings and signs that are being sent to you. There's no need to rush in this case, because if you move too quickly, you are going to pass by these these things being sent to you. You know, these messages being sent to you. It's a time of slowing down and not moving so quickly where you start to miss the times. I'm sorry, miss the time. Yeah, miss the time, miss the signs. Definitely gotta take it slow. I feel like your soul probably likes to move fast, and that's why that's here at this time. Your soul is definitely one that seems a bit accelerated, meaning you're able to comprehend things rather quickly. That's what I'm sensing. So because of that, it's, you know, your soul's letting you know that at this time that's happening at a much faster rate for you. I mean, you already thought it was fast, but it's actually multiplying, right? It's like more little lights, like stars in the skies that you know, when there's a lot of them, you see them flicker. It's like those little pings, like ping 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 of those lights. But you're gonna miss them if you don't slow down, because when you move too fast, you're gonna kick up the dirt, and that creates let's say you know, see the water here. If you're underneath the water and you start moving the sand, your visibility will shift. You'll no longer be able to see because of the cloud of silt and sand that you've kicked up. So that's because you cannot move too fast. Okay. The next card out for you, it says Coral's Wisdom. It's number 31, and it says colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. All right, that's so gorgeous. So it's another sense of not needing to move so rapidly. There is something that you are needing to experience that takes time. Your soul wants to show you something, but it needs you to take your time to understand it. Now, coral wisdom, I immediately think of, you know, the corals and in the deep blue seas and all that stuff, all that good like oceanic wildlife, but you know, specifically the coral reefs and stuff, how they've been there for probably like millennia, like even beyond time that we can comprehend. And so that wisdom is ancient wisdom. The wisdom that your soul wants to provide to you is an ancient wisdom, because it's not something that is, you know, yeah, it's not something that is easily revealed. It's not something that is found even in the everyday encyclopedias or everyday knowledge bank of what has even been learned about spirituality and magic and occult and, you know, everything, all those things that you call it. So your soul needs you to be in a state of mind and a state of in your, you know, energy field of being vulnerable, like being still enough where you allow yourself to like open up without issue, without without restraint, right? Like a delicate flow of energy, a delicate opening of yourself, because that will then in turn allow your higher self, your spirit, your soul to evolve, because you will be able to comprehend what is trying to be shown to you and what is trying to be revealed to you. So the next two cards of the tarot here is Page of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Your soul journey is definitely, for the month of March of 2020, is that of gathering. I'm seeing there's a gathering of information, because then there's an expulsion outwards of that information, right? You're going to take with you these revelations, and again, this could leak into the rest of your life. This is not, your soul doesn't stop growing in March of 2020. So this is a reading for that month, for March, but this is going to push forward into the rest of your life. There's a need of taking that primordial fire and letting it spark, right? So I'm definitely feeling that your soul has the capability of learning things that are beyond the majority of people's comprehensions. And if you can allow yourself to get those little sparks, right? Those little pings of fire, those fireballs in the skies that we call stars. If you let those little things come into your mindset, into your being, where you're actually trying to understand what they mean, and allowing yourself for them to reveal their secrets and their mysteries and their wisdoms to you, it's going to allow you to push forward mentally past all the walls and things that you've built for yourself, because the Knight of Swords is ready to share itself and what it knows. The Knight of Swords is confident in its mental capabilities, with its capabilities, with its mental capabilities, and there's this need to realize, take your time to digest, and then boom, bring it outwards and create with that. Okay? So the last three tarot cards that I have here are Spirit and the Universe and your guides, higher self, ancestors, angels, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in. This is advice from them. And so we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, and the Sun card. Firstly, your guides want you to celebrate. They want you not to take things so seriously. They want you to understand that in allowing yourself a gentle flow of information to come in, and to allow yourself to enjoy your life thus far, it's needed. You need to enjoy your life thus far. You need to be happy for where you are at this moment, because each and every moment is continuously changing. Things will not always be upright. Sometimes they will be, flipped upside down. But there needs to be, the advice is to be gentle with yourself, right? To allow yourself to feel good about your experiences, even though they fluctuate. Maybe there's times where you actually feel like you're not moving forward, that you're not accelerating, that you're not gaining knowledge. Sometimes you probably feel like you're fogged in and that you have no more spark, you have nothing to say, you have nothing of value, but that is not true. You definitely have value. You just need to be open to it, and you need to enjoy each moment that you're living, because it's always going to be a wave. There's always going to be ebbs and flows, and you just have to ride those waves, okay? And you have to do it in a way that you're allowing yourself to be like, tell yourself, yo, I love you, so that you're not flailing and kicking up sand and blocking your own visions, okay? So that's for you, pile 2. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope these messages reached you well. Okay, pile 3, you are next. And your first card for your March 2020 soul journey is fertility, number 27. And it says the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So, with the fertility card, your soul's journey for this month, for the March of 2020, is all about a growing, a coming out, a moving forward, like it's like a new time. It feels like spring right now with this card, It feels like everything's blossoming. There's a chance of what you've been working on in the past, who knows, past few months or past winter time, let's say. It's like ready. It's ready to come forward. And your soul is needing to allow itself to be fertile, to take all of the things that you have been trying to manifest or things that you have been trying to accomplish for yourself or attain for yourself. It's about like really being in a place of nourishment, right? Nourishing the soul enough where your grasses are green. They're no longer, just dirt piles. They're lush, waiting for something to grow upon them, right? So your soul wants you to maintain a sense of openness, in a sense of you are open to what is trying to be created through you. Okay? The next card that you guys have is Faraway Places. Okay? It says get ready for new horizons. So your soul is definitely moving. It's moving. It's shaking off. It's shaking off slumber. It's shaking off the cobwebs. It's shaking off the snow, the dirt. It's dusting itself off because it's ready to move. You might have been in a standstill. I'm sensing maybe you might have been in a standstill recently where you have felt like you're not going anywhere and that you haven't been working on anything. But know that right now it's the best time for you to take your power and put it into something that you wish to create or that you wish to bring out into the world, because your soul is moving. It's moving towards something new. It wants to create something new. So how is your soul being nurtured? How is your soul being fertilized? Are you giving yourself what you need? Are you doing everything to help like increase your energy or your vibration? You need to fortify yourself. You need to get ready for those new horizons. So that's why I'm posing these questions to you. Are you open right now? Are you ready? Like, are you ready to emerge? Your soul is ready to emerge. Okay? Now, next card out is Reflections, number 16. And it says, what you contemplate can actualize. So here, I'm seeing a chance of introspection, but I feel like that's already been done. I feel like you've been introspecting. And if you haven't, that would be a good place to start. Because when you introspect, you learn more about your soul and yourself. And in turn, it changes the way you perceive. It changes the way you think about things. So if you're reflecting upon yourself and you're seeing that you haven't been treating yourself right, or that you haven't been nurturing yourself the way that you should be, in however form that looks to you, whatever self-love and self-care looks to you, those are the things you have to ask yourself am I doing what's best for me? Because you're in a place right now of a mirror. I'm seeing it as a mirror. So whatever you're feeling is going to be reflected back to you, or it's going to be brought back to you. So if you're looking at yourself and realizing that you're you're treating yourself badly, or you're saying bad things to yourself, those things are going to manifest in the world. So it's about going inward and making sure that your mind, your emotions, your body are in a place of being able to receive nurturance and receive, let's say, blessings from the universe and blessings from spirit guide and blessings from your higher self. But it's because you're honoring the blessings within yourself, right? If you're not doing that, the reflection, the mirror, is going to show you exactly what it is you are, right? So be in a place where you are loving yourself, where you are treating yourself well, because it's time to move forward. You cannot move forward if you are stuck in a place of feeling shitty about yourself, pretty much, okay? The next two cards out, the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like it's time. Your soul is ready to push forward with its passions. Your soul is ready to push forward with its life force, and it needs you to do the work. Okay, it needs you to so it doesn't need you to do the work. It needs you to do the work in the sense of pushing outwardly with your flame, like the flame inside of you, with what you want to push out into the world. It is asking you to do that, because that's how you're gonna create these new things for you. That's how you're gonna get to go and be in places that you didn't envision. But it's also about again, reflection and contemplation and introspection, of seeing everything that you have thus far in your garden of goods, in your garden of power, in your garden of gifts and magic. You need to look at everything that you have planted in your soul's life, in your soul journey, and see how you can make it, increase in a vibration of fertility, in a vibration of being open, and of having the nurturance it needs to grow, right? The nutrients it needs to grow. Okay? Your soul definitely wants you to take a look at things this month, okay? And make them better, because it's preparing you to propel forward. Okay? Now the last three cards are is advice from spirit, universe, your ancestors, angels, whatever you hold dear when it comes to your spirituality. This is advice from them. So we have the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Moon. Okay, so what I'm getting right off the bat here with these cards is that the focus you've had, the focus that your soul has had, has left you in a lower vibration state, right? Where you feel that you are low vibes, or you feel like things are not going right in your life, like they're never going to go right in your life. There's always seems to be some kind of conflict and some kind of something happening. But Spirit is telling you that you need to get over that already. Because the moon can go both ways here. The moon can illuminate, and the moon can leave you in the dark. Okay? And you have to choose which side you're wanting to reflect on you what side of the coin you want to be brought forth in terms of your soul and its journey. Do you want to stay stuck? I know that you don't. I mean, clearly you don't. But Spirit is telling you to move past pettiness and let go of conflicts and manipulations and everything that has kept you at a standstill and like in a place where it's been rotting you to the core. Okay, you need to get over that. It's not okay. It's not okay on your soul. It hurts. It needs to be removed, and you are allowed to remove. You are allowed to replant the things that you've already planted in your garden, right? In your journey, in your soul garden. You can remove those things because they no longer serve, or the roots have become gangrene, or whatever happens to roots. But don't think that everything thus far has to be the way that it is. It does not. You can change the reflection. You can change the mirror, right? Your internal world can change your external world as long as you are taking care. Okay? So that's your reading for pile number 3. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope these messages served you well. Okay, pile number 4, you are up next. This is your soul journey for the month of March in 2020. Your first card is the root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well in the physical world. Okay? So, your soul journey is about ignition for March 2020. I'm seeing it as a complete ignition of the very core of your soul. Maybe you have not been getting your due when it comes to the simple things of survival, right? Of eating, of sleeping, of the sex drive. It's all those simple things that your soul needs. I feel like it's time for you to go get them because you have not been getting your due. And your soul is recognizing that. So your journey starts off with igniting. It has to do with passion. It has to do with creation and the spark here. So your soul for the month starts off hot. Rev that car up, hit that ignition. Your soul is ready. It's ready. I mean, it feels like inflamed. So, in a sense, you're ready to burst, ignite, combust. And fire is like a powerful type of energy. Comes on quick, comes in hot, and it definitely is remembered. Nice. The next card, passion and pleasure. It says, savor your life. Sweet. Look at that fire blossoming. These cards are picked at random. I mean, I love when stuff like this happens. So passion and pleasure. It says, savor your life. Your soul this month wants enjoyment. It's all about enjoyment. It's not a needing to work so hard or be so hard on oneself. It's not about, having to accomplish something. Hurry up, hurry up. No, it's about taking your time. It's about dancing. It's about letting fire flow through you, letting movement come out in the form of the body movement or the hands moving or the, everything. It's about taking the time right now to enjoy your life thus far, to have enjoyment of your soul and to have enjoyment of where you are at this point and in time. Okay? The next card is number 7. says freedom, independence, and self-determination. And this mermaid is red, and I love how, it goes with the root chakra here. So independence and self-determination. So in going back with the root chakra, and it has to do with the basics of life, of survival, amongst many things. But in that sense of reclaiming and reclaiming that power seat of the root, you have the chance of becoming completely independent and having like the power to be able to do things for yourself and on your own. Okay, maybe you feel like you've had to rely on others too much, and that you have to rely on others too much, that you will never be able to not rely on others too much. But your soul is telling you that that is not true. You're moving, if while you're, it's like, I don't know anything about the Kundalini rising, but I know that it's this like wave of energy that goes from like the top of your booty upwards through your spine, and that fire is what I'm sensing right now. Know that your spirit, your soul is strong enough, okay, to do whatever it is necessary for the self, okay? That means that you do have the ability to be self-reliant, to have the strength to do things on your own, and to stand on your own 2 feet, okay? And your soul actually wants you to recognize that and celebrate that at this time. It wants you to get up and move and be grateful and be happy for who you are at this point and the life that you are living at this point, because it's about a celebration, I'm seeing. It's about enjoyment of the self for March of 2020. I think you've already done the work, so you're just ready to like enjoy, man, kick back and just do whatever, because your soul is telling you that you have the ability to choose, because your soul has that freedom. Your soul is your own, and you can do whatever it is you like with yourself and with your soul. Okay? As long as it's serving you too. Let's not get toxic here. If it's not serving you, don't do it. Okay? The next 2 cards out, nice, is the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So definitely a sense here of creating for oneself here with the Ten of Pentacles, right? Creating a life of one's own, of your choosing, forging ahead in your own destiny, okay? Taking this path. Wow, I got cut off. So I was saying, taking that path because you want to take that path. Doing the things for yourself because you want to do these things for yourself. Creating the life that you want to live because you want to create the life for yourself that you want to live. There's a sensation of something coming in towards you that's going to allow you to feel that sense of security and that sense of home and that sense of I have everything I need. That's what's coming for you. Your soul is letting you know that when you embark on this journey with your own 2 feet and without the crutch of another, you are allowing yourself to create your reality and in turn build your future, okay? Because that energy is coming in. The Knight of Pentacles is moving towards this destination of building one's assets, building oneself, building one's security and abundance and finances. So know that in this moment, if you are enjoying yourself and doing things for yourself, then you are on the right track this month. Okay? It does not need to be hard for you this month. Now, the last 3 cards I have here is advice from the universe, from spirit, from your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, higher self, whatever it is that you call your spirit family, okay? And this is advice from them. We have the King of Wands, the Hermit, and the World. The advice that I'm getting from Spirit here is to know thyself, because that is what means that is what means the world to you, and that is what will shape your world. If you are meeting life always with confidence in your spark and in your livelihood and in your living, like in your soul, as long as you're embracing that and saying that and owning that power of knowing yourself and of living, directly from your heart and what it is that you see fit, that is going to allow you to feel on top of the world, more connected with the world, and in a better place in the world. Okay, Spirit wants you to take the focus off of others and put the focus on yourself. Okay, it's all about you. And this is this is for March of 2020, but it's going to go into your life, beyond this. So know thyself, let thyself shine, because that is what will give you that sense of wholeness and completeness. Okay, so that is your message, pile number 4. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope these messages serve you well. Okay, and now this is pile number 5. This is your soul journey for March of 2020, and we start with number 18, the cosmic flower. And it says, the frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. So the cosmic flower. This is a soul journey of knowing that you are who you are, and you are connected in every which way to everything that you wish to be connected to. Okay? There is no need to wish to be connected, because you are. You need only to remember that. Okay? Your soul wants you to remember that it is as magnificent as you wish it to be, that it is as beautiful as you wish it to be, that it is as evolved as you wish it to be, because your wishes are dreams that are coming true, because it is just you remembering who you are. When you wish, when you look into the sky and you wish upon a star, right? You're looking to this outside source to bring this this beautiful, fulfilling, magnificent life to you. You just need to remember that you are the beautiful, magnificent life. You are that spark. Your soul is that spark. So it's all about remembering who you are for March of 2020. Oh my God, and right into it. Navigating by the stars. I'm telling you, I don't see these before I pull them, and I flip them one by one, guys. So follow your bliss. So in recognizing who you truly are, and in knowing that you are everything that you already think you are, you're allowing yourself to be navigated by the spark and star in you, your own North Star, which is you, and it allows you to take each step in turn, knowing that you're following where you want to go, that you're going where you want to go, because you already know that you're going to get there, because you know who you are. You've remembered your divinity. You've remembered how amazing you are, and you're allowing yourself to accept that and take this journey now, instead of having to worry about, oh my God, am I this, am I that? No, now you can worry. Now you can focus on activities and bringing things into your life that make you happy, whether that's like, activities or things you want to learn, things you want to do, things you want to see. You won't need to worry about, who am I at a core, if you could just remember that you are exactly who you are, and that's it. There's no need to question. Just be who you are and let yourself be navigated by that sense of, I am okay with my soul at this time. The next card we have is Homeland. Perfect. Number 44, Homeland. And it says arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, and settled. This mermaid here, she's comfortable. She's riding the waves here, knowing that wherever she sets foot on is exactly where she was destined to set foot on. Wherever she is headed is exactly where she thinks she wanted to go. Okay? That sense of your soul of knowing, there's a deep knowing in your soul. Like it knows where to go if you could just get out of the way. Like your if your mind, if your conscious mind can just let your spirit take the lead, you would see how much quicker you reached these destinations and these goalposts that you have along your path, that you've already set up along your path for yourself. Okay? Your soul knows. So it's all about you remembering what your soul is for this month, okay, of March 2020. So recognize yourself, okay? I mean, this is really gorgeous. We have the Star and then the Hermit. So in these cards, it's all about engaging in knowing where your wonder comes from. So maybe this month for you is about exploring yourself, taking the chance to check out many different aspects of the personality, maybe taking personality quizzes, the MBTI quiz, the 16 personalities, the Enneagrams, go to BuzzFeed, take some quizzes, go to playthings.com and take quizzes to get to know who you are as a soul and the different many layers and aspects of what your soul wants you to recognize, because it's all about remembering who you are. So taking little quizzes this month, really doing personality quizzes and all that kind of stuff is going to show you different layers of who you are. And you need to see that. You need that brilliance, that blinding light of holy shit, you're right, this is who I am. That revelation needs to come to you, because that's how you're going to navigate your life, by that brilliance, okay? It's going to show you where to head to in each moment, okay? Now, this is going to be the last three cards, is advice from your spirit guides, from spirit, your higher self, ancestors, angels, whatever you hold dear to your heart, this is advice from them. So we have the Three of Swords, the Devil. A lot of major arcana has come out. This is the last pile. This is Justice. This is pile 5. And I mean, there's been at least one major arcana per pile. And in other cases, 2. So this is another card group that has 2. So advice from Spirit is that you've allowed, again, your mind to wreak havoc on the soul essence of who you are. You have been trapped in this sense of a never-ending loop and of a never-ending prison. You have felt imprisoned in your own body. Your soul has felt imprisoned in your own body and has not been able to move towards that recognition of itself, right? Of that sense of, wow, this is who I am. Because there's too much on the surface happening. So this month, the advice for you is to really take matters into your own hands and weigh importance. Weigh what in your life, what is important, what isn't important to you. Weigh in your life the things that make you feel good versus things that don't make you feel good, because there needs to be justice now. Your soul deserves the justice of knowing exactly who it is, and it does not need to wallow in a place where it is lost, where it cannot see, where there's despair or there's disillusion. Your soul is ready to come into this light. Okay, focus, focus on the self, get to know the self, and that is how you will shine for March, okay? And onward. So, thank you very much. That's your reading, and I hope this serves you well. Take care. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody who tuned in. This was my first video for my channel that I uploaded, and I apologize that the fourth and fifth pile are on a different video, but first time I'm using this little laptop, and it cut out after some time for the first video. So thanks for tuning in if you chose piles 4 and 5 for this last little bit of the video upload that I had for March of 2020 and your soul's journey. But again, thank you very much, and I hope that the messages I brought forth serve everybody well. And yeah, take care, okay?